We are here at Boots and Hearts with Lauren Watkins on Pure Country. Good to see you in person.
It's good to see you too.
How you been?
I've been good. I've been busy.
You have been busy. I've heard your voice a couple times on stage as I've been walking around. I'm like, oh, that voice is so good. It must be Lauren.
We've been rocking and rolling today.
Yes, for sure. And I love the fit too.
Thank you.
Super cool.
I went with my monochromatic look.
You got to wear the red when you're in Canada.
I know.
That's why
I know. I planned the right outfit.
You did. Okay. So we got to talk about the album is out. I got to talk to you right before the album was coming out, but Gatlinburg is on my playlist on repeat all the time.
Yay,
I love that song so much. How do you feel now that it's finally out there and you're seeing fans, you know, in a live setting, having responded to it?
It's so cool. It's funny. I'm like shocked every time I see someone singing. I'm just like, oh my gosh, they know it and they care. Like they're really listening to it. And so it's been really cool. It's honestly, in a way, it feels like a weight off my chest to like have all these songs out and have all these have it all just said, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool. I'm so happy people can finally hear it and just like get to know me better through it. And so it's been really cool.
Super cool. I feel like I've gotten to spend quite a bit of time with you over the last year since you first came to Canada. And we talked like just a tiny bit about Sheryl Crow being featured on your album. Have you since talked to her? Do you have her number? Like, do you just call her? Like, does she have a nickname? What's going on with this friendship?
I'm like, can I call you Sheryl?
Yeah.
No, wait. Yes,
you just call her Sheryl Crow all the time. You're like, hi, Sheryl Crow. How are you?
Yes, we have texted, and she's been so cool and so like just gracious and just very sweet about it. So I'm so thankful to her, and she took that song to the next level.
She did.
I mean, now I can't imagine it without her voice on it.
Did you think of it as a feature like song? Like you did?
I did. When we wrote it, I wasn't planning on it that way. I didn't write it that way at all. But just it was one of those things which this has happened before, where the more I listen to it, I'm like, this needs to have another voice on it. And that one, I wanted it to be like a strong female voice. Like I just thought that would be really cool.
You accomplised that.
Yeah, she was my first thought. I was like, I mean, what if we just called her and asked?
You got to shoot for the stars sometimes.
Yeah.
You never know what can happen.
Yeah.
Has she given you like, because I know you guys got to go to her farm and like, did you record in the studio together?
She did. So I had to leave town that day. It was literally the most unfortunate thing ever. We did write together. So we got to write a song. And then the day that she recorded the vocal, it got pushed back a day. So I had to leave town. But my manager, Nicole, got to go out to her farm and watch her do the vocal. And so they sent me some videos, and it was so cool. But she's just the coolest. She's been so down to earth throughout the whole process and so like just helpful in every way.
That's awesome. Did she give you any like advice that maybe stuck with you or something she said that you were like?
She did. We were talking about like being on stage and honestly stage fright, because I get nervous a lot, and I get nervous about remembering the words and just like the whole thing. And so we were talking about that, and she was like, you know what I do when feel like I'm going to forget the words, or when I just feel a lot of anxiety when I'm on stage, is like I just plant my feet on the ground and I think about like, you basically just ground yourself. And she's like, I just think about my 2 feet on the ground and I remember where I'm at, and I just take a deep breath, and then I'm okay. Like, and so, and that really did stick with me, because I do get stage fright sometimes, and that's someone who's done it a million more times
I'm gonna take
than
that.
I have. So
if Sheryl is getting stage fright and has
if Sheryl grounds herself on stage, I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it too. If I see you up there and your both feet are planted and not moving, I'm like, I know what you're
like,
doing, Lauren.
She's nervous.
She's nervous. She's grounding herself. It's okay.
She'll be fine.
I feel like there's probably gonna be some nerves flying when you head out across the pond. I heard that you're gonna be playing some shows out there, and you've been traveling a lot.
Yeah,
playing your music everywhere. Is that wild to you that like you're going to, I mean, coming to Canada, I feel like we're all in North America, but going across the pond, I feel like that's a big journey.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really is weird. Like, it's such a cool thing. I've gotten so used to traveling, playing music, you know, like traveling around the U.S., playing shows every weekend. Like, that has just become my new normal, and I don't think twice about it. And so when I think about going to Canada and Europe, that's when I have a moment where I go like, okay, wait, this actually is really crazy.
Yeah.
And I need to not take this stuff for granted, because I never would have thought, like years ago, I never would have thought I would be doing this right now. And
You're doing it.
I'm doing it.
You're doing it.
Doing
Okay.
my best.
We're going to have a little fun here.
Okay.
So this is 2 truths and a lie, but apparently if we say lie on social media, they're going to block it. So we're just going to say 2 truths and a fib.
That's crazy.
I know. So All right. So I'm going to tell you, I'll just say all three things, and then you can go through and pick what you think is a truth and what is lie. So we're going to start with Cody Johnson.
Okay.
All right. He was here last night at Boots. He previously worked in a prison. He was in a band with his dad. And he started playing music when he was 19.
Okay, and I have to pick out the one.
Which one was a lie?
I'm really going to think about this. The prison thing, I feel like that's true because that's kind of hard to make up. Like, that's kind of a...
I feel like nobody will want to mess with him. He just looks like that.
Yeah, he could do it.
Yeah, he could.
I'm going to say he did not play in a band with his dad.
He did. I know. I tried to stump you on this one. So he started playing music when he was 12. I really tried to get you there.
Dang it.
I know.
Okay.
Band with his dad. He worked in a prison and he was a bull rider. He's pretty much the toughest guy.
Okay, so he's cooler than all of us.
Cooler than everybody. Okay, we'll go to Carly Pierce.
Okay.
I feel like you might know these ones. Okay.
I hope I know this one.
Her first job was at Dollywood. She has written songs for artists including Dolly Parton.
Okay.
And she left high school to follow her dream.
Let me think about this. She's from Kentucky.
Yep.
Her first job, I'm going to say her first job was not Dollywood.
It was.
Dang it. I'm terrible at
That's
this.
okay.
I was trying to think logistically, like.
I tried to really get hard ones, so it's okay. She has written songs for other artists, but not Dolly Parton.
Okay.
All
well,
right.
I just figured she'd be cool enough to do that, so.
I know. I mean, she should.
I was going to let her have that one.
She's worked at Dollywood, so.
I know. She deserves it.
And we're going to do a few barn-burning questions here.
Okay.
So get to know Miss Lauren Watkins a little bit better. What was your first job? Not Dollywood.
My first job, I'm trying to think what my first job was. Okay, it was working in a little baby boutique, like a like baby clothes boutique in Nashville.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. Song you wish you wrote.
Let me think about this. Song I wish I wrote. I'm gonna say Tin Man, Miranda Lambert.
Such a good one.
Yeah.
I feel like the amount of people that choose Miranda Lambert songs as the one that
duh.
But so many different ones, but they're all just so good that it's like one of Miranda Lambert's
I know. I
for
was
sure.
like, I really could pick any of her songs.
And last one, if you were going to compete in an Olympic sport, what would it be?
Okay, in a dream world,
Yeah.
listen, this isn't my talent at all.
You're like, I'm not competing.
If I could have one talent that brought me to the Olympics, it would be gymnastics.
I know. Every time I watch them, I'm like, I feel like I want to try to do a cartwheel just to see if I could still do it and feel like an Olympic gymnast. But then I'm like, I'll break my.
I mean, those girls are beautiful and they're so cool. Like,
yeah.
And they're so athletic. I'm like, if
We'll
I
just
could do
dream.
that, I would be unstoppable.
Yes. I feel like you'd definitely be grounding yourself a lot
Yes.
before doing that.
Yes, 100%.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Good to see
Thank you.
Lauren Watkins.
Good
at
to
Boots
see you
Events.
too.